After using the low version as well as the mid version of the Adidas Trailcross, I can honestly say that this is the best mountain biking shoe, summer mountain biking shoe that I have ever purchased. Although they did make me bleed. Let's get into it. Welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Dieter. I'm an international mountain leader, and when I'm not walking, I like to go mountain biking. I like to ride natural mountain trails very, very badly, which means that I'm riding flat pedals. It also means that I'm doing lots of hike a bike, lots of dismounts, and basically lots of walking while I'm supposed to be biking. Oh, that's nasty. Nope, I'm noping that. This is why you ride with people and not alone. If you're an awkward bastard like me, you don't have any friends. Nope, that's a derail or rip waiting to happen. Alright, that's interesting. Let's take a left. Take it easy. Nice. Woo, challenge. Nope. Ah. Switch back. Aim, aim, aim. Yes. Woo. Don't go off the mountain. Stay on the mountain. What the fuck is this? Oh wait, no, stop. Now if you suck like me, it's worth having some good shoes because you do a lot of walking. That is, like they say in English, Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc! Now let me tell you why I decided on buying these shoes in the first place, the things I really love about them, and then the very few minor things that you might want to look out for. Right, so as I said, I think I used them all of last summer and at the start of this season, and I started out with purchasing the low-cut version of these shoes. And the reason I got them was because mainly I wanted to have a light hybrid shoe that I could use both for mountain biking as well as generally hiking in. And the first thing I really loved about the shoe is it's really light, it's really durable, it's really sturdy. It's almost impossible to break. The low ones that I used all of last summer to walk on are still in usable shape, and they don't pretend to be waterproof. If anything, you don't want to have some Gore-Tex or otherwise waterproof shoe during summer. They're just gonna end up steaming your feet and you're gonna be very uncomfortable and smell like something you don't want to smell like. Okay, so the way they do this is this mesh here up here, you can almost look through it. Actually, I can literally look through it, which means that they are super, super breathable, but these holes in this mesh are still small enough so they don't let in debris, and also they let out water really, really quickly. Another detail on these shoes that really lets water drain out is these triangle-shaped holes here on the side where the shoe flexes. So this kind of lets the shoe flex without ripping at these very typical tear parts where lots of shoes tend to fail very, very quickly. Mine have not failed, not even after a full season, and it just simply allows water, if you happen to get water in the shoe, to drain out. Because they're also full synthetic material, this means that they will dry out very quickly, especially on a warm day. You can get these shoes dry even within the same day as you get them wet. And if you're a mountain biker, especially like a winter conditions mountain biker, used to wearing the classical types of shoes, you will know that this is a very, very good thing to have. Now, let's talk about what else. The shoe offers ample protection. Here the toe box really helps protect your feet against knocking up against things. And the sole itself is simply a dream. This is so good. So when you flex the shoe, you will notice that the toe part here flexes quite nicely, which makes it really, really comfortable to walk in. And then this mid part has a bit of a plate in it, I assume, and it just remains firm, which gives you very good supportive platform while you're on your flat pedals. And generally, it really helps with, reducing fatigue while still being very, very walkable. You don't feel like you're walking on one of these, Japanese sandals where it's just a plank under your feet. Another thing that I really, really appreciate about these shoes is the sole profile. So they have this approach shoe kind of profile, and at the top and at the back, you have these lateral ridges, which really help with getting purchase on loose ground. So we're not talking full on mud here, we're not talking winter slop. I'm talking about, the Alps in summer. It's maybe dusty, it's gravelly, lots of rock, which these soles are just absolutely perfect for. They stick like a climbing shoe almost. I think this is their stealth rubber, which is the same rubber they use on their climbing shoes. And when it gets a little bit wet, a little bit damp, let's say after some rain, this still has enough profile to, you know, dig in, get some purchase, and clear itself out. Obviously, this is not a full-on winter mud slop shoe, but that's also not why I bought them. Now, let's talk about some other features on this. The one you're seeing here is obviously the mid version. And the reason I decided to switch to the mid version this season is because of some issues that I had with the low cut ones. So one thing that really annoyed me about low cut ones is that they tended to collect a lot of debris. So small gravel, small rocks, pine needles, you know, all that kind of stuff would tend to get in over the tops and just get lodged within my shoe, and it would just get gunky and nasty and uncomfortable when you don't want it, and you need to stop, you know, dig out the stones and all that kind of thing. I'd have tiny pebbles embedded in the insoles of this shoe all the time. I just really got on my nerves. So I decided to go for the mid version this season, not because the other ones are broken, because they're still in completely usable condition. And this is after, I would say, probably minimum of 60 days of sometimes full day usage. I would guide international mountain leaders type trips, so trekking trips, mountain trekking trips, wearing these trailcross shoes, the low ones, and they're still in mint condition, so they're super durable. But the reason I switched to the mid version is to prevent from so much debris from getting in. And the way the shoe does this is with this gaiter, this neoprene-ish sock, which locks around your ankle really, really nicely, really comfortably. And after a few days of use, sometimes full day hikes, full day out mountain biking, I have not had one single pebble, nothing enter the shoe. So perfect. This solved my problem completely. Another thing you might appreciate as a mountain biker is the fact that it really protects, you know, the knuckly thing on the inside of your ankle. So if you happen to slip off a pedal, or maybe get some rocks thrown up, or just anything else there, this is really going to protect your ankle from impacts with rocks or potentially your pedals or anything else. So major improvement over the low cut version. These are all key reasons why I would never switch back to the low cut version, and I would very happily keep using these ones. Now, what about the gripes? I already mentioned with the low cut ones that they tend to ingest a lot of debris. These ones have been almost perfect, except for they caused me a lot of pain and some very weird blisters, even up to bleeding around here, around my Achilles. Very uncomfortable. So maybe this is because the shoes are new, but where the harder synthetic-ish material kind of cups the bally part of your ankle and then touches your Achilles, there's a bit of a pinch there. Maybe this will improve with use and when this material gets more supple. But I used them on a 2-day hike, and they really started to dig into my leg there, really started to friction, literally caused blisters up to the point of bleeding, which made me quite unhappy. Obviously, these shoes are not designed to be full-day hiking shoes. That's how I use them anyway, and that's what happened. So maybe this is something that you want to know. Now, I went out on a full-day ride today after getting these blisters, literally just the previous day, and I have to say, it didn't really bother me, it didn't get worse. I did do lots of riding, just the riding motions, lots of dismounts, quite a bit of push-a-bike also today, and it didn't make it worse. So maybe the material is just getting more supple, and this is an issue of new shoes, just breaking them in. The laces, very comfortable lacing, no pinching, just small, thin, quick drying, sturdy laces. And I would say that this is the almost perfect mountain biking shoe. This material is so grippy that when I put my foot onto my flat pedals, sometimes it's too sticky almost. So when I put them on there, and if I want to move the shoe on my flat pedal, I literally need to like disengage it from the pedal a little bit so I can move it laterally, like so there's no slipping, no nothing. Really sticky, really supportive, light, durable, breathable, quick drying summer mountain biking shoe. So if you're in the market for a new pair of mountain biking shoes for summer conditions, dry conditions, I think these might be the ones for you. So I hope this helped you, and if you have any questions about the model whatsoever, just let me know in the comments, and you know the drill. Give it a like, maybe subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.